How easily can the U.S. declare nuclear war? U.S. President Donald Trump says the U.S.'s nuclear arsenal is far stronger and more powerful than ever before, after warning North Korea that their provocations would be met with fire and fury. Amid the escalating tensions between the U.S. and North Korea, some have expressed concern over whether a war, specifically nuclear war, is imminent, and how easily the U.S. president could make that happen. The U.S. Constitution gives Congress the power to declare wars and authorize funds to support them. The president would normally appeal to Congress for authorization if he wants to declare a war. However, the president also has temporary authority to use force for up to 60 days without congressional approval. Even though the decision cannot be opposed, Congress can choose to cut funding if it believes the military engagement is not in the best interest of the country. Under international law, the U.S. may only use military force against another sovereign state if it faces an imminent, unprovoked, and certain threat. The U.S. may use force in anticipation of that attack, but it cannot declare war based on potential threats. Or the U.S. could declare war after receiving authorization from the UN Security Council, in which it serves as a permanent member. However, other permanent members, such as China and Russia, could use their veto power to prevent the U.S. from taking action. The U.S. and North Korea came very close to war in 1994, after Pyongyang announced its intention to withdraw from the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. The crisis was reportedly resolved after a top-level diplomatic meeting of former U.S. President Jimmy Carter and former DPRK leader Kim Il-sung. Don't let YouTube ad bots dictate what TomoNews reports. Support us at patreon.com/TomoNews. Can the U.S. protect itself from North Korea? North Korea now has nuke that fits its missiles. U.S. President Donald Trump is warning North Korea of fire and fury after a Washington Post report revealed Pyongyang has produced miniaturized warheads. A U.S. Defense Intelligence Agency report says North Korea has successfully created a miniaturized warhead for its intercontinental ballistic missiles. The country now has missiles that reportedly range between 180 to 7,200 miles. The agency report also estimates that North Korea has up to 60 nuclear warheads in its arsenal. Russia and the United States still have the largest number of nuclear warheads in the world, estimated at 7,000 and 6,800 respectively. North Korea conducted 2 ICBM tests last month, showing off the potential to hit most of the continental U.S. In response, the United Nations imposed the toughest sanctions yet on North Korea, a move that was praised by President Trump. However, North Korea said the sanctions would not stop it from developing nuclear weapons and has threatened to make the U.S. pay the price. Will this stop a North Korean attack? The U.S. Air Force has successfully test-launched an intercontinental ballistic missile from California on Wednesday. However, a military spokesman said it was not a response to recent North Korean actions. The LGM-30G Minuteman III is currently the only land-based ICBM in service in the United States. It is capable of carrying multiple nuclear warheads. The missile has 3 stages of solid propellant rocket engines. The re-entry vehicle is launched along with decoys and chaff that are designed to confuse defense systems. Multiple warheads then strike different targets. An unarmed Minuteman III missile was launched at 2:10 a.m. Pacific Time from Vandenberg Air Force Base in California. It flew about 4,200 miles to the Kwajalein Atoll in the Marshall Islands. North Korea fired its Hwasong-14 intercontinental ballistic missile on July 4th, while another ICBM test was conducted last week. North Korea is growing its military might. U.S. authorities said on Wednesday that the intercontinental ballistic missile fired by North Korea on Tuesday was a new type of missile that the country had never seen before. The Hwasong-14 intercontinental ballistic missile contained a redesigned second stage. The second stage reportedly had a separate 30-second burn cycle that allowed the missile to travel farther, making it an intercontinental ballistic missile. U.S. officials confirmed the missile was capable of traveling more than 3,500 miles, meaning it would be able to reach Alaska. The United States conducted a joint missile exercise with South Korea in response to North Korea's ICBM test. North Korea said its missile was capable of carrying a large-sized, heavy nuclear warhead, but U.S. military experts doubt the country has the ability to develop a nuclear warhead that can be fitted into long-range missiles. Hey Tomo Sapiens! Help us beat the ad bots by joining our Patreon news squad at patreon.com/TomoNews. U.S. successfully intercepts mock intercontinental ballistic missile. The Pentagon successfully shot down an intercontinental ballistic missile target using its upgraded long-range interceptor missile in a missile test on Tuesday. The ground-based defense interceptor was launched from Vandenberg Air Force Base in California, while the ICBM-class target was launched 4,200 miles away from the Marshall Islands. A ground-based defense system flies into the path of an incoming missile target before releasing an exo-atmospheric kill vehicle. The kill vehicle destroys the target by sheer force of impact outside the Earth's atmosphere. The missile test was the first of its kind in nearly 3 years, and a positive result indicates the Defense Department is able to defend the U.S. from a warhead launched from North Korea. Kim Jong-un won't like this one bit. The United States military is this week installing an anti-missile defense system in South Korea to counter potential attacks from North Korea against its neighbors and the U.S. THAAD, the Terminal High Altitude Area Defense Battery, is currently being installed by U.S. and South Korean forces at a golf course in Seongju County, South Korea. The anti-missile system consists of a truck-mounted launcher, a transportable radar system and control, and communication centers. The system is designed to intercept and destroy short, medium, and intermediate-range ballistic missiles deployed from enemy territory. When the radar system detects an incoming missile, the interceptor is launched to meet the target head-on, using kinetic energy to eliminate the immediate threat. The installation of the anti-missile defense system comes in advance of South Korea's presidential election on May 9th. Liberal candidate Moon Jae-in, who opposes THAAD, is leading in the polls. China has expressed serious concerns about the system's installation, claiming the move will harm strategic balance in the region and further stimulate tensions on the Korean peninsula. Protests are mounting near the THAAD site, with hundreds of demonstrators speaking out against the anti-missile system. U.S. military officials say THAAD will be operational within the next few days.